Man, it's dark in here.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is relatively quick, but it might be useful and I wanted to do it. This is a video response to Matt Wall's recent video that he put up, which was called What to Do When You Can't Write. And basically someone sent him an email asking for advice and just basically almost venting about the fact that they felt frustrated that they couldn't write, that they really wanted to write and nothing was coming out. And Matt did a fantastic thing where he said, well, let me just reread your email in a more poetic way. So with certain sort of emphasis, certain accents in certain places, but using the same language, using the same words as what was in the email, but just structuring it slightly differently so it became a poem. And it was brilliant. And it was very expressive. It was poetic. It was hopefully quite encouraging for the person that wrote the email, because clearly that person was a writer. Like Matt's saying, this person has got writing ability and was proving that with the email. And it's just such a brilliant way of proving the point that that person had it in them. You know, it's just so good the way he did it. And it's just such an important thing to think about, that if you have got something you want to do, sometimes you're blind to the fact that you are capable of doing it, or that you're good at it, or that you've already done it. So the person that sent Matt that email wasn't aware that he'd sent something poetic, or he'd sent something expressive. And I think that's really interesting. And I think it's worth just sometimes giving yourself the benefit of the doubt a little bit, and just understanding that what you've got something to offer, you've got something to give. And just maybe one of the things that Matt talks about later on in the video is how it could be that the struggle sometimes is to find the motivation to actually put pen to paper. And that's absolutely true. Sometimes you can, there's I've met people who've said that they've had an idea in their head for ages, never got around to doing anything about it. And I think that's a very real thing. And again, that is about trying to manage your time and trying to find a space in your schedule or in your days, or even being a little bit more proactive about thinking about how you use your time. And if there is any particular times when you can sit down and try and put something down from those ideas you've got. So if you're quickly jotting down an idea on your phone or on a bit of paper or something, so the idea still kind of stays alive, and you can try and do something with that idea when you've got the time. Try and give yourself that time. So sometimes, when you go back to an idea after you've had the initial idea, it's hard to get it going, and you haven't got the same inertia that you might have done if you'd done it straight away. But if it's an idea, then it could be just the inertia needs to just get going, and if it's a good idea, it's going to come. So it's all about just trying, and once you get going, one, it'll happen, and two, if it happens and you're not happy with it, you'll get better at doing that the more that you do it. So everything I've done, I've got better at doing it, and it's obviously more rewarding the more you can feel like, yeah, I achieved that, or that was what I wanted to do, or that seems to be going well, or whatever. So that then encourages you to do more of it. So sometimes it can be a bit of a journey, but it obviously starts with the idea of actually running with an idea. And what Matt proved in that video, which was really cool, to that person that sent him an email, was that this person did have an idea, because the idea was something very real, which was about that frustration of wanting to do something and not being able to do it because of various things that said in the email/poem. So I think a lot of people would identify with that. And sometimes, writing something about not achieving, or about being frustrated, or about barriers, or about you having a messy head, having not having headspace, those kind of things people can relate to. So that's writing in itself anyway. You know, it's whatever you need to do it, and acknowledge it, learn from it, enjoy it, and if it's not exactly what you want to do, then that will come the more you do it, I think. So I just wanted to bounce off Matt's video because I thought it was so good the way he did it, and I thought it was a good positive message to give out there, that sometimes you don't even realise how good your writing is when you're sending an email. So yeah, massive kudos to Matt. So massive kudos to Matt for the way he dealt with that email. I thought was really, really cool, and he's been doing that a lot, doing lots of encouraging videos about getting people to write, and that he's had people say directly that he's had a huge influence on them writing and developing their writing, which is great. So yeah, I'll leave a link to his channel and to his specific video that I'm responding to, but some of you might already watch his channel. But as far as, he's a very active writer that publishes his own stuff regularly, and he's doing quite a lot of work in trying to encourage people and give advice to people for their own writing, which I think is really awesome. So there we go. Quick video response on Matt's awesome video that I've just seen.